Each week during this segment, we give each panel member a chance to say what's on their mind. Emily, since you're the new girl in town, it's on you.
Great.
What's on your mind? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
All right, so after this week, the Paris attacks, all these awful things and fear that are happening in the news, I'm just asking everyone who has social media to please open the articles that you're sharing. Before you make this long, drawn-out opinion, make sure it's coming from a factual place. I've just seen so many false articles, and it's disheartening because there are people out there who can't make opinions for themselves. They're reading these articles that people are sharing, and that's their political information for the day. So at least do your due diligence to make sure the point that you're trying to make is coming from facts and not just some absurd, obscure website that, you know, my 14-year-old wrote.
Well, that's good advice, but don't think it's going to happen, just so you know.
I don't have a 14-year-old either. She's
All
8.
right.
But
So, Colin, what about you?
Well, you know, I'm going to dovetail on something that Emily said a little bit and talk about social media, which is we've really come to a point where, and I sort of agree with everybody that I'm just going to stay off of it. We've come to a point where you can't express an opinion without being attacked by everybody.
Oh, my God, Jeff.
And it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it's okay if you disagree with somebody, but you know, people are posting things for their family, they're posting things for their friends. It's okay to disagree, but you don't have to turn into an internet troll and, you know, just Facebook stalk people just because you happen to disagree with them.
Right.
And in this world, we all should maybe learn that it's okay to have different opinions.
That's what made the world go round, you know, and one of the things that I'm very respectful on Facebook, except for the people that I might joke around with every once in a while. And they know I'm joking around with them when I do. Like my nephew, I mean, we're back and forth all the time.
Of course.
But he's my nephew, so he expects it. But, you know, I mean, I hate when I post something and then I just get blown up about it. I'm like, really? Where'd that come from?
It wasn't even aimed at those people. They just happen to be on your news feed, so they feel free to attack you for no reason.
Jim, what about you? What's on
What
your
about
mind?
me? So, what about me? Well, you know, I just want to remind everyone, in case you forgot, by the time you see this show next, you will have eaten your Thanksgiving dinner. So Thanksgiving is next week. Enjoy the time with family. Enjoy the time off. Give the Black Friday thing a rest. It's not worth it, but do enjoy the holiday.
And gobble gobble.
And gobble gobble.
Well, you took my last call. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
But
My
you know
pleasure.
what? I'm going to expand on that a little.
Go ahead.
Expand.
You know, this is, with everything that's happening in this crazy, confusing, hostile world that we're in today, this is definitely a time coming up to reflect on what we actually do have and what we should be thankful for, you know? I mean, you know, as much as my dogs drive me insane, if they weren't in the house when I got home from work, I wouldn't know what to do anymore. I mean, you know, because they're my dogs and they're there, and so I'm thankful for them. But I mean, you know, be thankful for your family and your friends, and you know, even be thankful for those people who make you have to think before you do something, you know? I mean, everybody needs that guidance every once in a while. And it's sad sometimes when we don't do that. So let's just be thankful.
Absolutely.
So that's all the time we have for our show tonight. But we hope that you will like us on Facebook at facebook.com/theflipsidetv and follow us on Twitter or email us at feedback@theflipsidetv.com. And be sure to join us again next week for another exciting visit to The Flip Side.